What up, guys? Moneymaker 2.0 here, and we are back with another Endless Night Encore review. Today we are doing episode 8, Dressed to Kill. So in the last episode we learned about the Riverlange Code, we learned about Blackbird killing an innocent girl, and Viktor accepting a bride instead of killing the guy for breaking the code. He instead accepted the bribe of Blackbird paying for the funeral. And then Aurora stormed out, and he's like, "Huh? Well," and so that happened, and we learned a bit more about the fact that you can that your soul or some part of you somehow chooses what you look like in this world, and that the gods that made it pretty much don't have restrictions or any rules at all for what you can look like when you come here. So I wonder, so that adds further to the claim. And then we have the fact that there's murder allowed. We now know that you can kill people in this world, and that it was a minor oversight. The goddess and goddesses thought, "Oh yeah, I can kill people all I want. Nobody's gonna kill anyone in the afterlife." They're dumb idiots. All the gods and goddesses that didn't even suggest that it should be murder free are idiots for life. It's not a minor oversight, it's a major oversight in my opinion. So let's get into this. Oh, really? Yeah, he realized what he said and then changes it. Okay. Now, it's just foreshadowing. It's just foreshadowing. Because remember, I theorized that Aurora is probably the god of life, who was reincarnated because people say life and death go hand in hand. So, and Viktor's getting a second chance here. So maybe Aurora is the god of life? Goddess of life? Who knows? But this seems to be foreshadowing something because of the bolded word eternity. Because if you remember correctly, she highlighted destiny for Hitoe, and here they're talking about being alive forever, never dying, and as a new era. So we can assume this is most likely the start of the year. We can assume that this is happening in the start of the year, most likely, because of the fact of a new era. Then again, it could be any time of the year, because anything could happen, and then they'd be like, it's a new era this time. But usually they say it's a new era on the beginning of the year. So he's like, new era, eternity in bold, our time is eternity, and the endless night sky. So endless night sky equals symbol of our path to changing life and death forever. So this could be foreshadowing here. This could be really big foreshadowing for some important plot points that could possibly happen. This does seem like really foreshadowing. Wait. So this person is like, what? She's like, she seems disgusted by the fact that it would be eternity. She seems disgusted that she'll be living for eternity instead of dying. Seems like she doesn't want to live for eternity. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, that's Victoria. Oh, they seem change of clothes. Well, Karina looks like it. Oh, you can't sleep in this world? You can't sleep? You don't sleep? Interesting. Is that another thing in the Revenge Code, that you don't need sleep and you don't get sick? That is a possibility. Is that a toy again right there? I think that's a toy. No, that isn't a toy. The hair is too... Oh, that could be, possibly. I don't think so. The hair is too fluid. But it could possibly be. You actually going to do deaths. Yeah, it's a tax grab, alright. I will not lie. That's a horrible thing that Viktor did. She seems really depressed about it. And like she's close to having a mental breakdown. Don't go mental, girl. You don't... No reason to go mental. Do not go mental. Mental is never a good idea. Wait. I don't know. Oh, he finds that dress cute. Oh, he's a... Huh. He wants to be in a female's body. Well, why didn't you choose that when you came here? Why didn't you choose me in a female's body? Wait. Maybe he was originally a male. Maybe he was originally a female and turned to male because they seem to have no restrictions on it. So maybe everyone isn't actually what they say to be as gender-wise. Maybe they changed gender. Some people chose to change gender. Because it seems like the higher you are in ranking, the more flexibility you had when you came here on what you look like and stuff. So maybe Hitoe is actually a girl, has a girl's soul, but decided to go as a man. Huh, that is a possibility. However, I think it's a far-stretched possibility, but it is a possibility. Then again, it could be my simple mind thinking of that. It could be just the fact that he's a boy that likes to wear girl clothes, but still identifies as a man. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's gay. Because it said lots of gay people, or at least from what I've heard, or haven't really researched gay that much recently, but from what I know and from past knowledge is that gay people are really feminine, really have like a girl type soul. So maybe that's happening here. Maybe he's gay. It could be that way because he was staring at Viktor. and drooling over him, so possibly, yeah, he's most definitely gay. My other theory's out. Just ignore that theory. Oh, wow. Now she's mad. You ticked her off and made her realize that it is all Blackbird's fault. Because there's no way her friend would ever do that. Oh. Now what's that? That looks like identifier realization. Maybe it's realization, maybe it's not. But that, I think that will mean something in the future. Those bumps right there might mean something. Oh, why are you sorry about the outburst? Because you realized that he was... Because you realized that he was right? Because you realized that she did actually... Huh? Is it because you realized that, oh, she did take her life? Or that she would never take her life and you shouldn't have been so mad? Not sure, because I don't know why she would say I'm sorry. Other than to say that for a mistake. Water under the... What? So what? Do you mean because he killed himself? Are you referring to the fact that he killed himself? Or that she killed herself? Or what? Like, what do you mean? What's under the bridge? Right now, I'm not understanding. I personally am not understanding what they could be relating to. My brain goes straight to the fact that either she realizes that she never actually killed herself, and it's... Or realize that, oh yeah, she most definitely killed herself. I'm sorry for yelling at you, but it is true. She probably killed herself. Like, is it because of that? Or is it because of something else? Like, I'm not sure. But he says water on the bridge, so... Huh. Well, how would it... And Toei dragged the body, apparently, to Viktor's place, so... That's interesting. So Blackbird didn't intentionally kill her. He just premeditated murder, pretty much. Right? So if she really did kill herself, then if you technically kill yourself, it's still technically a suicide. But if you're forced to kill yourself, or you are forced to take something and die from it, then it is suicide still because you took it. Well, it's not really murder then. If you're forced to do something, then it's not. Then it's murder. But if you did it willingly, then it can't be really real murder because she willingly took it. Oh, what's he doing? Is he doing it to you too then? Oh, so he's Ben. And there's the blue light again. There's the blue color again this time. So anyone who works for Harmonet that are making him money, he's giving them pills as a contract agreement or something? Seems like Hitoi's been taking these experimental pills too from the black market. Interesting. And nobody's willingly exposed him yet? It must be because the Harmonet's contracts are too good, and they don't want to be the one to expose Blackbird or something like that. Like, it makes little sense to me, other than the fact that either they're too scared to, or nothing will happen. Huh, look at those buildings. Those buildings look chipped, so maybe those are... They used to be... Maybe those buildings used to be of the old... Of the what used to be Riverlange, but it's been abandoned, maybe? Immortality? Okay, okay, so... So they're getting pills, but he's not a guinea pig? Then Notori's not a guinea pig? Or is he? He's like us, giving us pills, like he's including himself, but then he's like, here he's like one of his guinea pigs that bit the dust. So is he really referring to himself as a guinea pig and take the drug, or is he just referring to some other people doing it? It's one or the other. That's why this is the theory. She's too... So, Blair is apparently too new to understand what the implications stuff of this world is, so... So, did she arrive here at the same time as Aurora, then? If that's the case, she arrives at the same time as Aurora, then that would make sense that they didn't see each other. And also, if it did arrive at the same time, I think Blair might have arrived a bit earlier, maybe. But maybe they arrived at the same time. That is theory, that they arrived at the same time. Or she was a bit newer, or she's been a bit, or Blair's been a bit newer. She's like, she's new, but she's not as new as Aurora. So, where's Life? Are you saying he somehow gets to the realm of the living? The realm of the living is the black market, are you telling me? Because he's like, so we've come full circle, huh? So that marks either death, either Riverland, or it's life, because he's like, we come back full circle. So we lived, then we died here. I don't know where it could be. Reaper. Okay, so even she knows that he's even she knows that he's the death god. So there's gotta be places to learn about this stuff. And Aurora hasn't taken any of them? So you can vote. So is there a voting system here then? If they don't like someone, they can vote them out? Although that doesn't seem like a possibility, because... But she sort of says, so we can vote him into oblivion or something. So you can vote, but the vote, you don't know what happens when you vote. That's really interesting. It's not? What time? What time are we? The time when Viktor had a body? The time when Viktor was up there in the rankings? What happened to make him drop from the rankings that low and lose business? And what do you mean that time is still alive? Like, what time? What era? And was she a part of it? Or is it covered in history? In some sort of history book? That. So. Uh, Nobody alive from that time. What time? We need to understand what time, but we don't know. Oh, what's he doing? Blair doesn't understand anything. Wow, 5K people have reserved invites. She's mad, so she grabs Blair's phone and breaks it pretty much. She's like, "It's not my phone's fault. Why are you taking it out of my phone?" Yeah, does his plan account for it? Oh, he's a genius, a mastermind. I can't wait. I mean, he's not wrong. A mastermind do change their plans like 3 times. Oh, he's a liability to your destiny plan or to Blackbird being dead? So Blackbird to panic. Okay, so it is confirmed that he did bring the body. He did bring the body to Viktor. It is confirmed. Death's bride. You mean Blondie? Special is bolded, so that could be short foreshadowing for special. I mean, it is true. Viktor Aurora getting a second chance, and Viktor also getting a second chance through Aurora, and the fact that she could possibly be the goddess of life because of Blackbird's speech about a new era of where our time is eternity. That could be foreshadowing to this. And the bolded no means she gets it. Yeah, why are you? Oh, it looks like he's dressed up like the other two. Oh, what do you mean? You mean a wingman to get his bride back on his side, or to fulfill to kill Blackbird or whatever. Like, is he referring to either one of those? Maybe it's to getting his bride back, but I don't think so. No, I think so. Maybe, maybe not. Blair is just like, I'll never take a custom order from you again. Oh yeah, so confirm that his plan is to be Viktor's wingman to killing Blackbird? To help him kill Blackbird then, I'm guessing? She's like, still going on about that? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? She's shaking from the either mad or stupidity of Hitoe. Oh, who's that? That's a bat. Maybe that's one of his underlings. Maybe that's one of Viktor's underlings that watches the world. Ah, I see. He's that type of person. He lives off attention. If nobody gives him attention, he cries and whines. Aw, he's hugging the bat. Oh, he looks so close to tears, so close to crying, but he's blushing too. Rivlangian funerals are. I mean, I can't wait to see how great they are, but you pretty much sold a innocent girl that was murdered for cash. You are. I don't know how great Riverland is. How great you are from Riverland if you do that. Oh, oh yeah, the ring. And it's glowing orange. It looks like. It does look like it's glowing orange. Are you that hand's the shadow color? Or it's because her... That might be the shadow color, because if it's glowing from the front when she's looking like this, she's looking like this and it's glowing, then it should only cover her front hand, not her palm, so that's probably shadow. But you can see the color. Interesting. Okay. Who's okay? Who's saying this? Who's in the room? Oh, is that the ghost? I thought they were all dead. So how is there a ghost if everyone's dead already? How can there be a ghost? Interesting. Yes. Give him the silent treatment is the only way he will learn. Oh, Minore. Minore. Necromancer? She's a necromancer? And her ring glowed orange like the color of her text. So are we classifying necromancers as the color they have? Looks like it. but I can't be sure until we see next time when we read the next chapter whether or not the color represents the power or represents necromancy, or if it's just common. Hopefully we find out next episode. But if it's true that the color matches that you have necromancy powers and that you can summon ghosts, looks like, then Viktor himself, god of death, is using necromancy to keep himself afloat. And Hitoe is using necromancy sometimes when he's doing things. And then Blackbird could be using necromancy when he was floating around the building, but his text wasn't in light blue. So that can't be his necromancy. That has to be probably another form of necromancy, because of the fact that they say soul of Riverland and then draw that color around. And then when he's flying in the sky about what type of person he is, you also see the light color of blue. So maybe he has a necromancy power. And it seems like the outlines of this person is blue. Like, see the color blue? Her outline's blue. So maybe that's an indicator that anything in blue color, light blue, whatever, represents soul necromancy? Or could represent the soul, the power to control the soul, maybe? Because, well, that can't be true, because Aurora's glows orange or red, orangish reddish, and Minore says Little Miss Necromancers, so the blue could be irrelevant. Yeah, the light blue is probably irrelevant. The ghost is light blue border outlines. Could be a connection, maybe. Not sure, but we'll probably find out soon, maybe. So, as we learned that Hitoe has a master plan that's changed. He's pretty much gonna be a wingman for Viktor, whether or not to fix his relationship with Aurora or to help him kill Blackbird, because he's like, to kill Blackbird, you'll be thanking me when Blackbird's dead. So maybe he's gonna be the wingman to help kill Blackbird for Viktor. And we learned about the foreshadowing of Aurora being the goddess of life, possibly theorizing that she's the goddess of life or something like that, because of Blackbird's speech of an era, in a new era where our time is eternity. So, and usually era happens at the new year, as I said earlier, so at the start of the year. So, and Aurora came in like a couple days ago, so maybe she came in at the start of the year, but we won't know for sure. That's just a theory until possibly a couple more episodes. But without further ado, hope you enjoyed this review. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, support the author, go to the official website, go to Webtoons, go to anywhere where you can read web comics. You'll probably find it there. And read more. And remember to comment about how I did, what I should do more of, what I should do less of. Should I do less rambling? There was a lot less rambling, I think, in this chapter. But there's a lot more theories now spinning in my head. Also, just a side note, if you remember correctly, I've already read all the chapters and the latest chapters. So as I'm doing this, I am having a hard time deciding between what I should mention in the review, because I have read ahead, so I already know what happens. And so I want to keep those out as much as possible to keep it relevant to what, as if I was reading it for the first time, what would pop into my head and what theories could possibly happen. But if you've noticed, I've tried to cover up some of that stuff, or many theories that normally you wouldn't that normally you wouldn't connect to, because I know that happens already. That's just a side note. If you say the song, you know that everything that I just said is true. And yeah, but without further ado, hope you have an endless night tonight.